I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Business Podcast, your source for all things business. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres to keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become Author to apply. All right, so today is a very special reunion 2020 episode. What is that? That's when I had on a guest in the past, and I liked them so much I had to bring them right on back. So today's return guest is Debbie Pickus, and she is the founder and CEO over at Team Fireball. Debbie, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Adam. It's great to be here.
So pretty excited to get into what some announcements you have, some new products and things you've added to your business since we last spoke. But before we do that, I do want to not assume that the new listeners caught your first episode. Let's start off with you talking a little bit more about what you're doing over at Team Fireball.
Sounds great. So our goal at Team Fireball is to get people fired up, hence the name. We are all about teaming events. We are about power, confidence, and doing some amazing things that usually involve movement and activity. So we go into companies and we'll do a few different things. Could be your basic team building, fitness type event, activity, and fun training is one of the things that we do, working with some of the women's companies typically, but just really, it's all about power and confidence. I mean, that's basically the background for me.
Let's get into some of these new events you have going on, or new products. So tell us more.
Well, over the last year, I've worked with an amazing mindset and transformation coach. And what I've discovered is that everything starts in our mind and everything starts with our thoughts. So I became certified in this work. And adding to the physical things that we do, I'm also doing a lot of mindset work. So I'm coaching individuals, typically professional women. I can work with an executive and her team in a company. Obviously, I can work with men as well. But I've added some mindset and transformation coaching to the work that I've been doing, and I've absolutely loved it. Again, still along the lines of power and confidence, because everything starts with our thoughts and how we feel about things, and then, our decisions about certain situations then lead into what we do with those situations. So it's been really a fantastic journey with that. And one of the new physical events that I've added is board breaking events. And a lot of times what I'll do is with the team. I know,
You're
right?
bringing boards in and they're breaking boards. Come on, this is getting good.
No, this is amazing. So I either can do my own mindset part, like a little mind workshop where we work through where people's limiting beliefs or maybe a goal or some kind of obstacle they've been dealing with. We do some mindset work around that, and then we break into teams. And we work on breaking through the board, like it's breaking through that obstacle or breaking through that limiting belief. And there's like a whole process that we go through. So it's an amazing team building event. And that could be done either with my mindset work or my goal setting work, or I can actually tag on if there's a business coach or another organization and they do their own piece. I can utilize whatever their like mental part of it is, and we can transfer that to the board-breaking event. So it can be done as my own stuff, or it can be done in two parts. Does that make sense?
Wow, that's awesome. No, and it sounds fun. What kind of responses have you gotten from the organizations that you've worked with?
It's so badass.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, it really, because people they look at this board and they're like, holy crap, that's thick. Like, I'll never be able to do that. And then what I do is I work them through kind of the mindset part, from a martial arts standpoint, because I've got a martial arts background. I think we talked about that the first time around. And so I'm bringing kind of the mindset and the power and confidence of the martial arts mindset along with this other mindset transformational work. And then I've got the fitness background, so I'm bringing the fitness and martial arts part of it. And we've melded it all together. And when people hear that board snap, and then they keep the board as a reminder of, look at this amazing thing I've got. So it's like when they get stuck in a jam or they're not feeling so powerful and confident, it's kind of like You remember you broke a board, right?
I love that. It's funny if they take it home. They're like, "Look what I did at work today." It's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
This board today, no big deal. Yeah, I mean, it's really fun. It's really fun, and it's a mental game. And we make there's a lot of different ways to do it. Like they don't always do it the first time. They don't always do it the second or third time. There's a lot of different ways to do it. And what I share with them is, listen. Sometimes we try and do something over and over one way, and that way doesn't work. We don't just quit. We find another way, because we're all different. So you find another way to be successful and to achieve your goals and to do whatever. You might not look like the guy next to you, and that's the message and the lesson.
Oh, I love it. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, and to bring that to meld all those things in the workplace in that corporate setting. I mean, I can imagine that the cohesion of the people that go through these trainings together. It seems like they become it's a whole nother level of like a brotherhood almost.
It
sisterhood,
is
whatever. Either way.
Yeah. Either way, they hold the boards for each other. So it's like a team effort. They're cheering each other on. They've got each other's backs. They remember that they've got this community of people. Because I work with like women's organizations and groups for this too. It doesn't just have to be a corporate space, but that team effort and that bonding and that, as an entrepreneur, especially sometimes we feel very alone, but you got to remember, no, you're not alone. You've got a community, you've got people, you've got a team. And so, we're all working together and to find our own power and confidence, and we've got each other's backs. It's pretty darn cool.
Oh, that is really cool. I'm so happy to hear that you added these new things to your repertoire and what you're doing over at Team Fireball. So if somebody is listening to this, Debbie, and they do want more information on Team Fireball, what's the way for them to follow up?
They can go to our website, www.team-fireball.com. There's a contact us button there, and they can put in the subject line what they're interested in. I will tell you that some of this new stuff is not yet on my website, but they'll see the self-defense and the other team building stuff. But there's some of this newer stuff I'm still building into this website. But if they want to hire me as a speaker, because I come in and do, speaking events and workshops, if they want to do something like this, they can just hit the contact us button on the website, and they can say they heard it on our podcast, and I'll know exactly what it is, and I'll reach back out to them because I get those. I mean, I'll get it exactly the same day. I'll take a look at it.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, hey, Debbie, it's been awesome having you back on the show for this reunion 2020 episode. Can't wait to bring you back in 2021, hear what's going on with you then. But again, thank you for coming back on the show. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget, subscribe to the podcast, leave a review on the Apple iTunes Store. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel on Mission Matt Business, definitely give that a subscribe and leave us some comments in the videos. Let us know what you thought. Love to engage with you there. Let's not let the conversation end here. Let's take it on over to the community over on YouTube. And Debbie, thanks for coming on the show.